Alright, welcome back everybody. So I'm going to show you guys what you need to do if you turn on your faucet here and it goes from 80 psi and it dramatically drops to 40 psi to 30 psi. There's something wrong with the piping. You see, a quick story, last year around the fall, I was having low pressure, so I hired a plumber just because I was very busy. I didn't have time. I hired someone to come and fix the water valve system, and everything was running great. Fast forward to now, it is spring, it's about first 2 weeks now, and on the first couple of days, I decided to rake the leaves, feed the grass, and I wanted to water the bushes, the trees, and whatnot. I noticed that when I turned on the water here, it went from 80 and it quickly dropped. I have my gauge here to tell me what was going on, and I noticed it was just dropping. I found it funny, but I went ahead and I continued to water the grass, the trees, the plants and such, but the pressure was very low. Upset because I spent so much money last year on the plumber, I said, you know what, after my session, I'm going to go downstairs to my crawling space to check it out, to check to see if everything's okay with the water valve system. Let me show you guys what I found. Alright, so let me show you guys what you'll need for this project. I bought a pipe faucet with a 12-inch pipe, a female adapter, a half-by-half coupling. Oh, let me show you so you guys can see it too. There you go. And also a PVC cutter for the PVC pipe that I purchased. I'm going to cut it to size, and it'll be about a half-hour job, 20-minute job. I would say half hour. You want to take your time. You want to make sure that everything is correct. There's no leaking issues. But it's pretty much straightforward. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So before you do anything, and start removing anything, oh look, that's the hole right there. That's what burst. So before we do anything, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the main water switch. You're gonna turn that off, the water that comes inside your house, that pipe, there's a switch, you're gonna turn that off, and then you're gonna confirm, go to your kitchen or go to the other side of this pipe and make sure there's no water coming into your house. Then we're gonna go ahead and disassemble everything from the inside, and then we're gonna work away from the outside of the faucet. Now to remove this metal 12-inch pipe out, I'm gonna have to remove this coupling here. In order to do so, I'm gonna take a wrench and squeeze this beige collar. I'm gonna squeeze it tight with the wrench, a plier, and then I'm going to push to my right. So as I'm pushing to my right, I'm able to squeeze it out. Very hard to do it with one hand, but as you can already see, I'm moving it from that green little line there. So it's being pushed out. Yeah, it's coming out. Well, that's just leftover water. I made sure there's no more water coming into this house. So let me just do it with my wrench in both hands, because it's quite difficult to do it with holding the camera. All right, so let me just finish the job. And there you go, it is removed. Probably take you about a minute or two to make sure you have a tight squeeze with your wrench. And then when it's squeezed into the collar, on the corner of the collar, take your wrench and start pushing it towards the area you want to pull it out from. In this sense, I had to do it this direction because I couldn't have the, excuse me, what the hell is that? Oh, it's still leaking. Okay, it's almost done. So I had to leave the coupling on the blue pipe and not on this metal rod, because then I won't be able to take it out from this direction. Let me go outside of the house and start taking out that faucet. Okay, now to remove this faucet, go. The old one and the new one. All right, so I went ahead and put both screws in. I just want to let you guys know, do not use a power drill to screw those in just because you want to manually do it by hand. Slowly do it evenly, because remember, you're going through the same hole that already exists inside the wall. If you use a power drill, you might not have it straight, and you might make that hole a little bigger just because you're power drilling inside fast and hard, and you might even crack this plastic piece or make that hole a lot bigger. Then over time this is just going to get loose. All right, so once you have your faucet and 12-inch pipe mounted, let's go ahead and put in the female adapter. But before you do, make sure you put some Teflon tape on the threading so there's no water coming out. Take a wrench and make sure that you tighten this area right here on the female adapter. And because we purchased a new coupling, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right here so we can add the new one. Alright, so we're going to take the PVC cutter and cut about 3 to 4 inches. I think safely we can cut it right here. And let's do so now. Okay, this is a good length to use. Now let's go ahead and put this into the coupling. Alright, that's a fine cut. Now let's go ahead and put in the coupling. And make sure it's secure and firm. You can always tell by the collar. The collar looks straight from all sides, because the last thing you want is to have everything done and next thing you know, water's coming out. So make sure it's confirmed. And now let's go ahead and put it on that side. Well, there you go. That's about it. Now let's go ahead and turn on the main water supply and see how this is running. Okay, the main water supply is on, and I do not hear any squeaks. See no drips, so everything's looking good right now. Let's go ahead and go outside and turn on the faucet. Look at that. All right, so I turned on the main water supply, and then I went ahead and went outside and turned on the faucet. What I'm doing right now is just double checking to make sure there are no leaks, and that's about it. And this is how you save yourself about $300 to $400. Well, there you go. That's all it was. Now I'm able to water my grass, my trees. Now I am ready for the yard work. I'm ready for the spring. I'm ready for the summer. All right, everybody. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please hit a like button. And if you like these type of videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, everybody.